Have you ever felt stuck, even when you're trying your hardest to make a change? Maybe you start out with excitement, full of hope and determination, but somehow, progress slips away. You set ambitious goals, write them down, and promise yourself this time will be different. But, after a few days or weeks, motivation fades. Life gets busy, and you find yourself right back where you started. The truth is, the problem isn't a lack of willpower or desire, it's the system you're using to get there. Systems are the hidden engines behind every lasting change. We often believe that success demands massive effort or dramatic action, but in reality, meaningful change is built on small, consistent habits, tiny steps that seem almost too simple to matter. These atomic habits are the little choices you make every day, grabbing a piece of fruit instead of a cookie, reading a single page before bed, or squeezing in a few push-ups between meetings. On their own, these actions might seem insignificant, but when repeated day after day, they start to add up. Like drops of water filling a bucket, their impact compounds over time, leading to remarkable results you never imagined possible. Imagine if you could improve by just 1% each day. It doesn't sound like much, but over the course of a year those tiny gains multiply. By the end of the year, you'd be 37 times better than when you started. That's the magic of compounding. Habits are like the compound interest of self-improvement. Just as money multiplies through interest, the effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. Each small action you take builds on the last, gradually shaping not just your results, but your identity and your future. Over time, these daily choices become who you are. That's why focusing on systems is so much more powerful than obsessing over goals. Goals give you direction, but systems are what actually move you forward, day after day. Think of goals as your destination. They set your course, but it's your system, your daily habits and routines that drive your progress and keep you on track. For example, a coach's goal is to win the championship, but the system is the daily practice, the drills, and the teamwork built over time. A writer's goal might be to finish a novel, but the system is the writing routine, showing up every day even when inspiration is low. So instead of chasing after big, distant goals, focus on building strong systems. Lay down one brick at a time, and soon you'll have built something extraordinary. Remember, the purpose of goals is to win once. But the purpose of systems is to keep you winning again and again, long after the initial excitement fades. Tiny gains, repeated over time, are what create real, lasting transformation. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your life change in ways you never thought possible. Small habits don't just change your daily routine, they slowly transform who you are at your core, shaping your mindset and the way you see yourself. It's not only about what you do, but about the kind of person you become through your actions day after day. For example, it's one thing to set a goal to run a marathon, to dream about crossing that finish line, but it's something entirely different to actually become a runner, the kind of person who laces up their shoes and heads out, rain or shine. Every small action you take is like casting a vote for the person you want to be. Each time you follow through, you reinforce your chosen identity. When you make your bed each morning, you're not just tidying up, you're proving to yourself that you're an organized person, someone who values order. When you show up at the gym, even on days you don't feel like it, you're building the identity of a healthy, disciplined person. Habits and identity are deeply connected. The more you act in alignment with the person you want to become, the more natural those habits feel, and the easier it is to keep going. Even the tiniest changes in your daily direction can lead to massive differences over the months and years. Growth is often invisible at first, but it compounds. Think of it like a plane shifting its course by just a few degrees. Over time, that small adjustment leads you to a completely new destination. Progress rarely happens in a straight line. It's often delayed, like an ice cube that doesn't melt until enough heat has built up. The change is happening, even if you can't see it yet. That's why so many people give up just before their breakthrough. They don't realize how close they are to real change. Instead of obsessing over where you are right now, focus on your trajectory. Are you moving in the right direction? Even if progress feels slow, remember, your results, whether it's wealth, health, or knowledge, are just lagging indicators of your habits. What you repeat, you become. If you want a glimpse of your future, look at the curve of your habits today. That's the path you're on. Tiny gains or losses, repeated over time, quietly determine your direction and your destiny. The effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them, just like a snowball gathering momentum as it rolls downhill. So, ask yourself, are your habits leading you toward the life you want? Because in the end, it's the small choices made consistently that shape your future. To build a habit, start by making the cue obvious. Habits follow a loop: cue, craving, response, reward. Most cues are invisible. Bring them into view. Use habit stacking. After current habit, I will, new habit. Example, after pouring coffee, meditate for 1 minute. Link new habits to routines you already have. Design your environment for success. Make cues visible. Want to take vitamins? Put them by your toothbrush. Want to play guitar? Keep it out in the open. The easier you see the cue, the easier you start. Make good habits obvious, and they become automatic. The more attractive a habit, the more likely you'll stick with it. Use temptation bundling. Pair something you want with something you need. Only watch Netflix while on the exercise bike, or reward yourself after a workout. Anticipation of a reward boosts motivation. Your social circle matters too. Surround yourself with people who embody your desired habits. Join a group where your goal behavior is the norm. Want to read more? Join a book club. Want to run? Join a running group. The group's identity reinforces your own. Habits become attractive when they offer belonging. Find your tribe, and rising to their level becomes natural. Make habits appealing, and you'll want to repeat them. We do what's easy, not what's hard. Lower the barrier to starting a habit. Use the 2-minute rule. New habits should take less than 2 minutes. Read 1 page, do 1 push-up, open your notes. The goal is to master showing up, not perfection. Once you start, it's easier to keep going. Make habits easier by reducing friction. Lay out your workout clothes, prep healthy snacks, automate good choices, set up automatic savings, meal deliveries, or use apps to block distractions. One-time decisions can lock in good habits for the future. The easier the habit, the more likely you'll stick with it. Consistency beats intensity. Make it so easy you can't say no. Small steps lead to big change. Start easy, and let momentum build. We repeat what feels good. The challenge? Good habits often have delayed rewards, while bad habits reward instantly. To stick with good habits, make them immediately satisfying. Use reinforcement. Reward yourself right after completing a habit. Enjoy a smoothie after a workout. Or transfer saved money after skipping a purchase. Immediate rewards create a positive feedback loop. Use a habit tracker. Crossing off days is surprisingly motivating. Don't break the chain. Visual progress is satisfying. The more satisfying the habit, the more likely you'll repeat it. Make the reward instant, not distant. Celebrate small wins. Satisfaction fuels consistency. Make it satisfying, and habits stick. To break bad habits, you need to flip the script on the 4 laws of behavior change. Instead of making habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying, you do the opposite. Make them invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. This approach is powerful because it targets the root of your habits, not just the surface. First, make it invisible. Remove all cues that trigger your bad habit. Don't buy junk food, and clear your pantry of snacks that tempt you late at night. If it's not in your house, you can't eat it on impulse. Keep your phone out of sight, unplug the TV, and put the remote somewhere inconvenient. The less you see these triggers, the less likely you are to act on them. Out of sight, out of mind. When your environment is free of temptations, your willpower doesn't have to work as hard. Second, make it unattractive. Change how you think about the habit. Reframe your mindset so that the habit loses its appeal. Remind yourself why you want to quit and what you gain by stopping. Focus on the benefits of quitting, like feeling healthier, having more energy, and gaining confidence in your self-control. Don't dwell on the short-term pleasure of indulging. Instead, highlight the negative consequences and remind yourself of the long-term costs. For example, smoking drains your health and your wallet, leaving you with less money and less energy. Junk food saps your energy, makes you feel sluggish, and can even affect your mood and productivity. Third, make it difficult. Increase the friction between you and your bad habit. Unplug devices, delete distracting apps, and make it harder to access temptations. Add extra steps like locking snacks in a cabinet or setting up passwords that slow you down. The more effort it takes, the less likely you'll give in. The harder and more inconvenient it is, the less likely you'll do it. Small barriers can make a big difference over time. Finally, make it unsatisfying. Add immediate consequences to your actions. Use accountability by telling a friend or family member about your goal. Set up a habit contract, where you agree to face a consequence if you slip up, like donating money or doing an extra chore. Or create a penalty for slipping up, pay a friend, lose a privilege, or face a small embarrassment. If you skip the gym, pay a friend, or donate to a cause you dislike. The sting of loss can be a powerful motivator. Social and financial costs make bad habits much less appealing, and you'll think twice before repeating them. The more painful or unsatisfying the habit becomes, the faster it fades from your life. Over time, your brain will associate the habit with discomfort, not pleasure. Breaking habits is about making the wrong choice harder and less rewarding. Remove cues, reframe rewards, add friction, and create real consequences for yourself. The less you see, want, or enjoy a bad habit, the easier it is to quit. Your environment shapes your behavior more than you realize. Make bad habits hard to start and easy to stop. Set yourself up for success by designing your surroundings with intention. Invert the laws, and you'll break free from the patterns that hold you back. Every small change adds up. Change your environment, and your habits will follow. With each step, you move closer to the person you want to become. Your environment shapes your habits more than willpower ever could. Design your space for success. Make healthy choices visible and easy. Place fruit on the counter, water on your desk, guitar in the living room. Your surroundings cue your behavior automatically. Social environment matters too. Join groups where your desired habits are the norm. Community creates accountability, encouragement, and shared identity. You rise to the standards of those around you. Celebrate wins, support each other, and stay on track together. Belonging makes habit change enjoyable and sustainable. Your environment and community are your secret weapons. Want to surround yourself with people who support your growth? Join our Discord community. Connect, share wins, and build better habits together. The link is in the description. You know the laws of habit change. Now it's time to act. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Start with one tiny habit today. Use the 2-minute rule. Make it so easy you can't say no. Want to read? Read 1 page tonight. Want to get fit? Put on your shoes. Every small action is a vote for your future self. Progress is a marathon of tiny steps, not a sprint. Be patient, slip-ups happen. The key is to never miss twice. If you fall off, get back on track the next day. Consistency, not perfection, builds identity. Don't go it alone. Join a community for support and accountability. Together, you'll go further. Share your wins, learn from setbacks, and celebrate progress. Start now, and let your habits compound. Your future self will thank you. The journey begins with one small step. Take it today.